and he heard me. Out of the belly of hell cried I, and thou heardest my voice.
All right.
I want to talk to you all just for a brief second. Unattractive places produces the best results.
All right.
Unattractive places produces the best results. You all may be seated in the presence of the Lord. Unattractive places produce the best results.
Come on, Flem.
For those of you who are not quite familiar with this particular passage of Scripture, I think it would only be fair for us to just do a little backdrop in regards to the history of Jonah. The Bible says in chapter 1, verse 1 that the Lord brought a word to Jonah and gave him clear instructions. He gave him details of what he wanted him to do. God chose and selected Jonah. Jonah did not choose and select God. Say that again. God chose Jonah. Jonah did not choose God.
All right.
And in this Bible, the Bible says that the word of the Lord came to Jonah, and he told Jonah, arise, which means to get up. Go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness is come up before me. In this particular set of instructions, God tells Jonah who to go minister to. Somebody shout Ninevites.
Ninevites.
He told him where to go minister. Somebody shout Nineveh.
Nineveh.
He told him what he was going to do. Somebody shout preach.
Preach.
And he told him why he had to preach. Somebody shout because of their sins.
Because of their sins.
So it was very clear to Jonah that not only did the Lord speak to him, but the Lord gave him clarity and specific instructions as to what it was that he wanted Jonah to do. He told him who he wanted him to do it to.
That's right.
What he wanted him to do.
That's right.
When he wanted him to do it. Where was the when? When he said, arise, go. And he told him why. Because their wickedness has come up before him. Jonah hears these instructions, but he wrestles with the instructions that the Lord has gave him. How many of you all, before you judge Jonah, say, before I get to the point to where I can judge Jonah, how many of you all say, I must have a little Jonah in me myself?
I must have a little Jonah in me myself.
I ain't come all the way to Jackson to play with you.
That's right.
How many of you all say, I must be related to Jonah because Jonah is not the only one who struggles with following instructions. See, it is in our best interest to serve the Lord, but when it becomes difficult, how many of you all can still say yes to the Lord when you don't agree with his plans?
That's right.
I'm getting ready to teach. Because when you read what God said to Jonah, please understand that Jonah had no problem preaching. He loved to preach.
All right.
The problem that he had with what God said to him was who he had to preach to.
All right. All right.
Nineveh holds Ninevites.
All right.
Little history lesson. Ninevites are associated and related to the Assyrians. The Assyrians was Israel, which were Jewish people, biggest enemy. Let me see if you can get it. It would be one thing, Lord, if you told me to go preach to some friends that I grew up with. I can do that. It would be a different thing, Lord, if you tell me to go to the family reunion and minister to those who got the same last name I have. I can do that.
All right.
It would be a great thing, Lord, if I could go back to the church home that I grew up in and even minister a word to them. I could even do that.
All right.
But the problem that Jonah has with the instructions is that, watch this, his flesh does not agree with the assignment.
All right. All right.
Tell it.
preaching, but can I dictate who I preach to?
Okay.
Because what Jonah heard, which is something that you all didn't hear when we read, what we heard was direct instructions from God. Simple. What Jonah heard was, Lord, you want me to take my anointing and my gift and share it with my enemies. We don't mind serving God as long as it's beneficial to us. But the question that God has for Jonah's in here today is, can he trust you with the assignment?
All right.
Because Jonah is really wrestling with, why do I have to go to people who, if the shoe was on the other foot, wouldn't return the favor?
All right.
All right.
Jonah is wrestling with, why do I have to go to a place that is harboring and holding my enemies? But Mark chapter 16, verse 15 says, and this is Jesus talking, look what he said with the Great Commission. He says to them, go out into the world and do what?
Preach the gospel.
Preach the gospel. To who? Every creature. Somebody shout, everyone.
Everyone.
Let me tell you what that means, just in case you're still trying to stay narrow-minded here. Every creature means that sometimes included in every creature might have to be the people who betrayed you. Sometimes you got to take this gospel to people who really don't like you. Sometimes you have to preach the gospel to the boss that denied you of the promotion. Sometimes you have to take the gospel to family members that as soon as you leave, they talk about you like a dog. Anybody can serve God when it's beneficial, but here's the $1 million question. Can you serve God, and can God trust you when it does not agree with your flesh? Let me give another example. If you call Genesis chapter 18, there was a man by the name of Abraham. God refers to him as the friend of God. God hears about another city's wickedness, Sodom and Gomorrah. Somebody shout Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom and
And the Bible
Gomorrah.
says their sin registered up before God. It got his attention. He had already made up in his mind he was going to destroy this city. Right? I have any Bible scholars in here. He had already made up his mind he was going to do away with the city because of their sins.
That's right.
But in God's conscience, he says, because Abraham's a friend of mine, it would only be fair for me to share my plans.
All right.
That's good.
With my friend.
Right.
Here's why you should shout all the way in Jackson this morning, is because if God ever gives you a sneak preview of some of the plans, come here, Jeremiah 29:11, but I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you, not plans of evil, but to give you an expected end. Somebody shout, I'm a friend of God. And whenever I'm a friend of God, it is on his conscience to share his ideas with his friends. He said, come here, Abraham. I want to let you know that I plan on destroying the city, Sodom and Gomorrah. Watch my boy Abraham. Abraham is curious because in this wicked city, he has relatives there. And so when he hears what God is getting ready to do with the city, watch this, around chapter 18, verse 22, the Bible says, and Abraham drew near to the Lord. In other words, God didn't have to ask Abraham to go preach to Sodom and Gomorrah. Abraham raised his hand and volunteered. He signed up and said, God, if I can have permission to find at least 50 righteous people.
All right.
In most churches, it's a split. Because when the word of God goes forth, you have some people who act like Jonah.
Yeah.